Hello guys, Turbocharged 51 over here! I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. And guys, this is episode 5 of my Dirt Playground series, the second last episode of this season. Next season I'm going to be doing something completely other than Rallycross. I hope you are excited just as much as I am. As you guys know, we start off our weekend with a practice lap. We are in the hell at Norway. Not my choosing of the name of the circuit. This is all the Norwegians. I hope you guys enjoy the practice, and let's see what happens this weekend.
Ready.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it, move it, move it, move it, move it.
All girls all over the world, Papa Joe on your case, man, with the original styling. To all the girls out there, move that sexy body, make them scream and shout.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it, 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 move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Alright, nearly time. Get focused.
We're ready for qualifying 1, the first qualifying session of all 4. It feels so fun to do qualifying on dirt, because it's not like Formula 1 where if you're not fast enough in qualifying 1, you fall out. So at least here you guys get a lot more of qualifying action in the Formula 1 videos, and sometimes the qualifyings are more action-packed than the semis if it's a boring event. But as you guys see, I have a little bit of kick of oversteer into the Joker lap. I tried to get the Joker lap out of the way as quickly as possible. As you guys know, the AI in dirt, well, the Rallycross AI, they tend to be very slow in this first and second qualifyings. I'm here on the back of SHAREfactory and the Mini. Whoa, that's threading the needle very, very much so. I even have the overspeed on Anton Markland as I pass the other Polo R driver, and I'm on the back of Ryan Munich, the Seat in front of me. This is going to be a very fun one. We head over the ramp. You guys can see, ooh, that's a little bit skewed. Not going to do that again, that's a promise. Into the first corner, Munich goes for his Joker lap, and they release me to the lead. And that was basically the end of qualifying 1. You guys are going to see I forward on to lap 4. Nothing special happened the rest of that race. I creamed the guys a bit, took them to school like completely. But it was a good qualifying. I topped the timing sheets, as you guys will see as soon as I cross the line. I am really fond of the hell, the track in Norway. I'm just going to call it the hell, guys, so just stick with that. I'm very fond of this track. It's a very fun track. Of all the Rallycross tracks on Dirt 4, to me this is the most fun one. Except the track you guys saw in the previous 2 Dirt videos, this little Sweden track, that small one, that is my ultimate favorite. But like the full Rallycross tracks in the FIA World Rallycross Championship, I would have to say this one is my favorite of the ones that we have on Dirt 4. For those of you guys that don't know, Dirt Rally 2.0, it has been released about 2 weeks ago. It has the full Rallycross calendar of 2018 on the game. I'm gonna try and get my hands on that game as soon as humanly possible to try and give you guys some content. Then we will move away from Dirt 4 and go on to Dirt Rally. But until that time comes, you guys will still get your your good share of Dirt 4 content from my side. Here in qualifying 2, I try to do a test. I usually launch in second gear when it's in the wet conditions. I just wanted to see what happened to the car. I had a fairly good launch, but still the car bogged a little bit as soon as I let go of the handbrake. So I have to be honest, first gear is the way to go in the dry, even with the short gear setup that I have. You guys will see the Ford comes up my inside. I just go back up his inside on the next corner. Ooh, I get a little bit of a tap from behind, but I'm up into first position. Quite easy. Thank you, Kevin Eriksson. He didn't make that too hard on me. Just that little bump from behind that shook my car up a little bit. We're on to lap 4. I decided to joker on the very final lap of qualifying 2. We head into the joker. It's a very fast entry and a very slow corner, and then a fast exit as well. I take the car into third gear as we get to the hairpin of the joker lap just to kill the oversteer, as well as at that corner. I go down to second gear to get the car to turn, and then third gear just to kill the oversteer. But with cars like these having 600 horsepower, it's kind of hard to have grip on something like gravel. And the joker lap and that corner there, okay, that corner after the joker lap is actually a tarmac corner, but still the car spins. You guys even see at the final hairpin the car still spins. We across the line with a 2 minute 26.5 to finish qualifying 2.
Well done.
So let's see where we placed in this heat. Yes, I am second. All I wanted to say was that I don't think I was first. I am second. I just missed out with about a half a second on the fastest time. In Rallycross, that's not such a big difference. In Formula 1, that would be like worlds apart. But still, we still top the standings. We head into qualifying 3, where the AI start getting very, very strong. But with all honesty, I didn't even feel a little bit threatened at this event, guys. I was confident from start to finish. You guys will see how it ends. It was really a fun event. It was an event that I enjoyed a lot, and I don't know, I was on point. I was on my game. There was nothing that the AI could really do at this stage yet to touch me. So let's see what happens in qualifying 3 and 4, and then on to the semis and the final. I don't really have to do so good in qualifying 3 and 4 to make the finals, so it's fair to say that I will make the semis and the final. I get rid of the joker lap on the first lap. I like to drive the circuit that way first, to get rid of the joker lap on the first lap, because it's very easy to make a mistake on this track and then completely screw up your entire race. That's the only thing about the hell. If you don't have a perfect run, it's very, very easy to... Whoa, that's a big dive up the inside of Nicolas Gronholm. That Ford driver did not have any idea that I was going to do that. But like I was saying, the hell in Norway punishes you very badly if you make stupid mistakes. So for me, I tried to make as little mistakes as possible. Obviously there were a few here and there, but I didn't make any big mistakes during the weekend. The second to last corner, that quick corner before we get to the final hairpin, guys, I scraped and kissed the barrier a few times when I grabbed the handbrake too early for that corner. But other than that, a few corners where I went wide, not really massive mistakes like a spin or something. So you guys will see that corner, I just overdo it. I just like kiss the barrier. I don't hit it, it's just like a little kiss. We do a 2 minutes 25.8. Wow, that's a fast time if I have to say so myself for a pad player. So let's see where I stand in the heat. Heat results, I am first with quite a large margin. The closest to me is Timmy Hansen in the Peugeot 208 WRX with a 2 minutes 27.6. That's quite a fair bit of my time. I'm not complaining. Now I know I'm definitely through to the semis, even if I'm like last within the last qualifying session. We are within all the Swedes. And this is going to be interesting because I was the only South African in a full lineup of Swedish drivers: Timmy Hansen, Anton Markland and Johan Kristoffersson. 2 polos, a Peugeot, well 3 polos if you count mine, so 3 polos versus a Peugeot. Let's see what happens. We're off the line and Anton Markland gets a brilliant start off the line. He blocks me off. I go for the inside. Nothing I could really do to go for that joker lap, and if I went in behind him, I would have had to do an overtake. You guys see, oh, I get pushed a little bit wide from the Peugeot there. We make a little bit of contact, but nothing major. He actually gives me a very fast run out of that corner, which gives me the chance to go for first place. And once again, even though it's qualifying 4, I run away with it. We jump onto the end of the final lap. I'm so far ahead, it's not even funny. Ooh, that's a little bit of a bad final corner, but not the end of the world. And we go across the line and we finish qualifying 4 with a 2 minutes 26.441. Did we top the heat? In 3, 2, 1, and yes we did. We topped the heat. Sorry guys, I can see the recording did not do as well as it should have, but yes, you guys see I got the full 50 points, almost max points for qualifying, so I definitely topped qualifying 4. We head into the semis. I've got a Ford Fiesta next to me on the front row. One thing I want to show you guys is that in my semi-final, Andreas Backrad in the Ford Focus World RX car is in 6th position, the car that Ken Block drove in this season of Rallycross, so keep an eye on him. I'm sure he's going to be fast, the first time he has made a semi that I know of. We head here onto the start of semi-final 1, and we are off to a brilliant start. The Ford of Kevin Eriksson, that little red and white Fiesta, is off to a brilliant start. I unfortunately have to take the normal standard lap while Eriksson goes for the Joker lap. He comes out dead last, but now he's got the chance to catch up to all of us while we are fighting for the lead. Andreas Backrad is already into 3rd position behind Timothy Mazianov in the white, black and yellow Fiesta, so that blue and black Ford Focus is really on the move. We go here up into the second to last corner of the first lap. As you guys know, the semis and the final by now are 6 laps, not just 4. So things are going brilliantly. We crossed the line, hit the jump for the first lap finish, and I decided, well, not just this lap just yet, let's stay out another lap before we go for the Joker, because I was starting to make a gap. And as you guys see in the background, Andreas Backrad in the Ford Focus has passed Timothy Mazianov in the Ford Fiesta. Oh, they're still side by side actually, but what I can tell you guys is that Backrad did make a move stick, as you guys quickly saw there in the background. And while those guys were fighting, I was busy bolting away. And at this stage, just before I hit this corner, I decided to myself I'm going to take the Joker lap on the 3rd lap just to get it out of the way. I'm not a driver that particularly loves to do the Joker lap on the final lap. Some tracks it's safer to do it that way, but because I don't know, I don't like it. It's just how I am. I want to take the Joker lap as quickly as possible and get it out of the way. And as you guys can see, I'm still in 1st place, but I majorly overshoot the corner, go wide, hit the gravel. It yanks my car to the right hand side. I come back onto the track, but too quickly, and I hit the gravel on the left hand side. Bump the handbrake down to 3rd gear and through the hairpin, and that has made me lost so much time to Andreas Backrad. He has now got a chance to actually beat me in this semi-final, and I will start on the 2nd row of the final if he does that. But he still doesn't have a big enough gap. It's only 1.3 seconds at this stage. He needs a bigger gap. He needs about 2.5 to 3 seconds to get out in front of me with the Joker lap. Sometimes even more if you don't do the Joker lap as perfect as possible. But like you guys see here, a lap later and I'm already catching up to the back of him already. Like I told you guys, I had immense pace at the Hell. It's such a fun track to drive this. I just feel in my element when I drive this track, and I've got a very nice tune set up for this track, so the car feels amazing around here. It's just so fun to drive this track. We head on to the beginning of lap 5 and I am on the back of Andreas Backrad. Ooh, a little bit skew there over the jump. Andreas still decides not to go for the Joker lap. If I was him, I would have done it this lap just to see if I can catch up. And besides, the Peugeot behind me of Sebastian Loeb would still have had the Joker on the final lap. So Andreas would have gotten at least 2nd place, but still to try and catch up to me, he should have jokered this lap, because trying to do it in like 3/4 of a lap with Rallycross being such a short and sweet and quick sport, it's not really the smartest thing. He goes defensive into that right-hander before we head into the final hairpin of the track. He blocks me good, but I just stayed behind. I didn't want to make a stupid dive and like ruin my race, so I just kept it. As he went to the Joker lap, I have a nice wide entry into the corner, let the car kick a little bit of oversteer and then flee out of there, and I am in the lead as semi-final comes to an end, well, almost at its end. We head here into the 4th to last corner as we head here up the hill onto the tarmac and back onto the gravel. There's the little bend that is the 3rd to last corner into the 2nd to last corner. Yank the handbrake, let the car drift through 3rd gear, let the car kick for oversteer at this final hairpin, and we go across the line over the jump and we win semi-final 1.
Race win. Well done.
So that was the end of semi-final 1. Andreas Backrad and Sebastian Loeb will join me in the final along with Peter Solberg, Nicholas Granholm and Johan Kristoffersen. This is going to be a very interesting final. All the top guns are blasting for the win, and with Peter Solberg and Johan Kristoffersen still in the championship fight, they have got everything to gain and nothing to lose. You guys quickly see there, I repair my car, clean my car. You guys know I only clean my car for the final to make it nice and shiny, but with all the scratch marks on it, I don't even think it is as shiny as it can be. But no complaining, let's head to the final. The final of Norway at the Hell Rallycross circuit. All the cars on the anti-lag system, handbrakes up, clutches in, and green lights, and there we are, off to a berserk start. Me and Peter Solberg get a brilliant run. He blocks Andreas Backrud. I go for the Joker lap on the first lap. I'm not taking any prisoners this time, because if I win this event, it is impossible for any of these guys to catch me in the championship. Then we are my first season's FIA World Rallycross champion on the Dirt 4 game. I hope you guys are hyped as I am, but still, let's win the final before we count our chickens before they hatch. Onto the back of the Ford Fiesta of Nicholas Gronholm. I'm alongside him and I make a dive up the inside of Sebastian Loeb as well. I'm already up into P4, but I think Loeb comes back at me on the final heap and I give him the space, as well as Nicholas Gronholm, but he keeps me on the outside. He gives me a little bit of a squeeze, but over the jump and I'm ahead of him. I tried to go for a move up the inside of Sebastian Loeb, but he's having none of it. And we have Andreas Backrud, who went for the Joker lap. I go up the inside of Sebastian Loeb, a little bit of contact between me and him. I have a little bit of too much oversteer and I go onto that big piece of gravel at the outside. Now Backrud is coming up the inside of me and Sebastian Loeb, and they push me majorly wide. Oh boy, now I need to go for a move up the inside of this corner. I make a big dive up the inside of Backrud and I just miss contact. We make a slight bit of contact into the final hairpin. Guys, this is a final that is immensely action-packed. We head on to the third lap, and I'm in third position with Peter Solberg, and I'm not sure who's... Oh, Peter Solberg and Johan Kristoffersen in front of me. Solberg goes to the Joker lap and he comes out in front of Andreas Backrud. I'm up into second place, chasing after the leading VW Polo of Johan Kristoffersen, the man who challenged me with Peter Solberg at the beginning of the series for the championship. They have fallen away since, but I have to win this if I want the championship banked, and just to make the next episode a fun one for you guys. You guys see how I head into the final corner and I'm trying to catch this Polo, but I have to say Kristoffersen was flying in that little Polo R. We are on to lap 4 into the first corner. This track has a lot of hairpins. Let's quickly count. That's 1. We head here. Does this count as a hairpin? I think it does. So it's 2. And then there's 3 because the next corner is a hairpin. Okay, so out of the 4 first corners, 3 are hairpins. We go here up to the 5th corner, no hairpin. 6th corner, no hairpin. And the 7th final corner is a hairpin. So 4 out of the 7 corners on this track are hairpins. Eesh! No way you guys like your hairpins, my boys. You guys like your hairpins too much. We head here on to lap 5. Only 2 laps to go in the final, and I'm behind Johan Kristoffersen. Still not be able to catch him or make a move on him to pass. At this stage, I have to be honest with you guys, I was a little stressed because I knew if I made a mistake like that one over there, that's very wide, I could lose this final and not secure the championship properly. Ah, come on, little Polo R, don't let the other Polo R get away. That sounds so unprofessional. No, what? That sounds stupid. That sounds stupid. Stupid! Oh well, we head on to the final lap, and I know Johan Kristoffersen is going to go for the Joker. I go up the inside. Well, I hug the inside of the first corner for the final lap, and I'm so far ahead of Johan Kristoffersen. This is going to be an easy victory for me and my team. I touch the gravel again on the outside, but I get almost a perfect hairpin there. Perfect corner. Guys, this has been an epic event. I was dominant again. So, we are the first season Rallycross champions on Dirt 4. Let's go, baby!
Nice try. You did great.
So guys, what an event. We are the champions. We are the champions, my friends, and I am as false as it can be. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ding the bell so you guys never miss a future episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Cheers!